Hi everybody, I'm back again. I told you I would be back later today for a Q&A. I'll give it a few minutes. Hi Rich, Chris, Davis, kind of let people join in, and I'll just introduce myself while we're waiting. My name's Tanya. The Dancing Soul is my website, my business. I'm a Melt Method practitioner, geeker of all things self-care. I love to incorporate my Pilates techniques and yoga techniques, meditation, just all things wellness, helping us live our best lives. And earlier in the week, it was actually one of my first few scopes. I just started scoping. I'm new to the whole thing and totally loving it so far. And so earlier in the week, I had a content scope about Himalayan salt lamps and the benefits that they provide us, why they're good to have in our home. And so I just wanted to open it up, any questions, just to kind of have a Q&A. If anybody has any questions about the Himalayan salt lamps, does anybody out there have one? I know I have a couple of people with me now. I'm not sure if anybody has ever had one, seen one, used one, know anybody that has. So I was talking earlier about the Himalayan salt lamps earlier in the week, and the reason that they're so good for us is because they basically put off negative ions into the air because of the gentle heat that the lamp, the bulb, produces when it's on. The salt attracts water, the heat causes the water on the surface of the salt lamp to evaporate, and negative ions are produced. So remembering that the ion's just a molecule, atom molecule that has either has an unequal number of protons and electrons. So it either gives it a negative charge or a positive charge. And so a nice way to think about it is that the positive or that the negative ions cause a positive mood effect in our bodies. So that's why the negative ions are so good. And I don't know if anybody out there has ever experienced how you can feel super recharged after you go to the beach, spend some time in the sun, or after a thunderstorm. Has anybody out there noticed that change when that effect happens? Because what happens is the negative ions are produced more naturally in nature. So the ocean waves, the beach, the sunlight, thunderstorms, lightning, all of these things are produced, they naturally produce the negative ions, which kind of just makes everything feel better. We produce more serotonin. When it comes to our sleep, I was talking earlier today, one of the questions I had about why electronics are bad to have in our rooms are because they produce positive ions. And also they have light, which is not good. It messes up our circadian rhythm. And so I'm not sure if any of my listeners out here have any issues sleeping. Do you guys sleep pretty good? Yes, no, maybe. Hopefully everybody is. If you're not, one thing you should look at is maybe getting the electronics out of your room. So you have the ability to sleep in a dark room. And even if that means that you can't, like I have a huge spotlight outside of my bedroom. I live in an apartment. There's nothing I can do about that spotlight. So I actually have blackout curtains, and some light still comes through between the wall and the curtain rod. And so I just have an eye mask that I put on, and I sleep with that. So it makes a huge difference with that because we sleep better, we rest better, we actually enter our REM sleep, which is where our body is healing and repairing. So that's definitely one of the phases of sleep we want to get to every night. And yeah, so this was just going to be a quick Q&A, but I don't have any questions. So I'm assuming everybody is sleeping well. You like your Himalayan salt lamps, or you've anything like that. Hi, Haroline, we just joined in. Thank you for joining. So we were just talking about Himalayan salt lamps and the positive effects that they have on us. Good to have in every room. We were talking about why electronics. Hi, how are you? Thank you for the heart. Yeah, if you guys are resonating with anything I'm saying out here, just give me some hearts here. And we love the hearts over here in Periscope land. Not very many of us are actually putting ourselves out there and broadcasting. So we like those hearts and all the support that it gets. So I was just asking anybody if they had any questions. For those of you that just joined, if you have any questions about sleep, about why Himalayan salt lamps are good for us, about mood, any of the above. So yeah, so what I was talking, kind of to wrap it up, the Himalayan salt lamps produce negative ions, which are positive mood enhancers for us. The electronic devices produce positive ions, which are negative mood enhancers for us. And so that's why we want to keep our electronics out of our bedroom, sleep in a dark room, even if you have to wear an eye mask, and happy sleeping. Hopefully you guys are doing great with that. So thank you for joining. Again, my name is Tanya, and I'm the owner-operator of The Dancing Soul. Thank you for the hearts. You can find me over at The Dancing Soul, SOUL.com. The Periscopes, obviously, they only live for 24 hours on Periscope, but then they live permanently on my blog at The Dancing Soul. And then I also try to post every day on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. And again, on Instagram and Facebook, The Dancing Soul. And then on Twitter and Periscope, Dancing Soul blog. And so thank you guys again for joining me. Happy sleeping. Ciao.